You're quiet. When have we ever fought for anything? Seriously. We marched. We sung Negro spirituals. We got on buses and went to Washington. But when have we really ever fought for anything? Hotel Rwanda, they fight. You seen that movie? They fight over there. Asia, they throw rocks at tanks. They fight. We don't fight because we're comfortable. Not only we're comfortable, we just really don't know who we are. And it's not a cliche statement. You really don't know who you are. And it's not necessarily your fault. That's why people like us come. Every now and then, every 10, 20 years, 15, we come, every different generation, and we say, listen, y'all know who you are. Well, here's another way of showing you who you are. By knowing your history, knowing the law. The Catholics were some of the biggest slave traders and perpetrators of the slave trade. They would go as far as to put it in the law. When they would capture you, when they would capture you more, they would say, you're not a Moor, you're Morisco. You're a little more. So in just saying it wasn't enough. Let me put it in the Federal Register. Let me put it in the law. So it was law. Do not call these Moors Moors. They're Moriscos. So what happens? You come to a certain point, you stop being a Moor, and you come a little more. And then they say, well, here's something else. You're broke down little ass Moor. Then you get here, you go to the West, you're a Negro. You're a nigger. You black. You Afro man. You understand? And way back here was what you really were. You forgotten back here. You forgot your glory. You forgot we mapped out. We told them that the world was round. We were on the boat with Columbus. We were the ones, when Columbus got to where we were, that translated to the kings in Cuba. We were the ones, the Moors, that was us. Navigators, Moor, that's all cute, but I mean, we're scientists, we're mathematicians. Within the island, that's how you get McDonald's. Make this and make that, that was us in Ireland. You read one of my articles, it talks about St. Peter, what they call Santa Claus, out of Holland, the Dutch, you're familiar with the Dutch, the slave traders, the Dutch. And this guy was going to the, he was dressed like a Catholic, and he had a sidekick. His sidekick was Black Peter. Who was Black Peter? Black Peter was a Moor, out of Spain. And then eventually when it got to Europe, or when it got to America, St. Peter, or Black Peter became elves. And Black Peter represented negative to some people. He represented the devil because he would beat the bad kids. He was the one that kept the list of naughty and nice. And if you're naughty, he will beat you. And this is just how they do our images. Because we don't know who we are. And if you don't know who you are in the law, you'll never get remedy. You'll never get justice. Because you don't know who you are. This is not your place. Who's a person? Everybody hang, who's a person? Who's a person? Nobody's a person in there? Right. Person? You a person? 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 Y'all not persons? Y'all peoples? Here's what a person is. It is used to denote a corporation, which is an artificial person. That's what a person is. But when the word persons, and I want y'all to pay attention, when the word persons is spoken in legislative acts, natural persons will be intended. This is important. When used in legislative acts, natural persons will be used. Do y'all remember when I just showed you the 13, 14, 15 amendment? Did you see natural persons? No, because it wasn't in there. Because you're not a person. Y'all business. Your business. Your business. You went, listen, the Jews supposedly went into slavery into Egypt as Jews, right? Right? They came back out Jews, didn't they? We went in more. We came out Yoruba, Caribbean, huh? What else we came out? South Central, Chicago, we came out everything. Everything what we are. Naturalization, the act by which an alien is made a citizen of the United States. Jurisdiction is what you wonder, and here's how it's defined. The power, right, or authority to interpret, apply, and declare by laws as rendering a decision to be removed to the state having jurisdiction of the crimes. This is in the Constitution. You should have the Constitution. Even if you don't know it, you should just have it. Just have it. And then go back and look at it, because then it's something different. Here's what a birth certificate is. It's a form of title. Person's name in capital and lowercase is a correct form. The title is then registered to a government agency, bureau, census, which is owned by the Department of Commerce. Whenever title is transferred by law, whenever title is transferred, a trust is created. That means somebody's watching your money. Here it is. 7202 Uniform Commercial Code, the law which governs commercial paper transactions. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself. Birth certificate. The certificate is a paper establishing ownership or claim. That's what the dictionary says. Birth and marriage certificates are a form of securities called warehouse receipts. Here's the representation. The location of the warehouse where the goods are stored. That's the residence. That's your place. The date of issue of the receipt. That's the date of issue. That's on the receipt. That's on your birth certificate. Same thing, anybody familiar with warehouse receipts. The executive number on the receipt found on the back of the front of the certificate. The description of goods, the packages containing the name, the sex, the date, the birth, etc. The signature on the warehouse receipt. Municipal clerk or the state registrar's signature. Birth certificate. All that, this is what this is. Used. Because why? Let me go back. Well, I'll go into that later on. Right here, this is like a rough thing, but see this warehouse receipt right here? You don't see this? Well, see. If you got the little birth certificate, same thing. Here goes, I go to breaking it down about the Social Security number. And what they did was, they put a value per head. Government assignment of $1 value of heads for citizens began in 1862. 6% by Lincoln put a value in the head. The practice of evaluating human capital continues today with our current system, debt-based currency, relying upon the steady stream of fresh and new capital. So the more babies you present, the more times you sign up with this, the more money they can pay back. The debt is to who? The debt is to the Federal Reserve System. When the country ran out of gold, the House Joint Resolution 92, which I told y'all about earlier, the law is turn in your gold or get 10 years or $10,000 fine, 1933. So, the Federal Reserve is like, look, man, understand y'all got no more gold, we need that gold, we need some money. Y'all want money, we need collateral. What's the collateral? We're the collateral. The birth certificates with the surety, the bonds that they sell on the open market based off of, again, what we're going to make in our life. So, you can never pay back the debt to the Federal Reserve, so it's a perpetual slavery based off of us. So we must disconnect ourselves from them. They don't have any more money. It's called a Federal Reserve note for all debts, public and private. I'm not going to get into the old Illuminati and stuff. I'm going to tell you, all this IOU, that's used to pay back the Federal Reserve. But because there's no more money, no more gold or silver, there's not enough, you can only discharge your debt. You take your credit card, you look up the word, what is it, credit means debt. So you charge your debt, right? To get rid of your debt, you have to discharge it. But instead, you go to college, they loan you, how much? Or you get a house, and they loan you $150,000, right? You sign a promissory note, promise to pay, and you go get the house. Where was the money at? Where was the $100,000? Has any of you all ever seen the $100,000? Because it ain't none. That's why people don't like banks. They call them banksters, like gangsters. There was no money. It's a beautiful hustle for them. I ain't mad at it. We just didn't know. And it's against the law. But you have to know that. They give you a credit, in a sense, to go get this home, right? Off of the air, straight.